We are almost 2 decades deep into this thing that we call social media. In fact, we are 1 year away from when we've had Facebook as an integral part of our society for 20 years. Now, we're talking about social media and interacting and engaging and growing, and it's all these buzzwords, all these things, all this video you have to create, all these carousels you have to do, all of the things. It can be really confusing to know what it is that you need to do to have success on the platforms, whatever platform of your choice that it may be. And I have the secret to success for you, and we're going to talk about how you implement it so that it's not going to be a whole struggle bus situation for you. Hi, my name is Desiree, and I help you use video and social media marketing to collect those leads and convert them into dollars. And in order for us to do this, we need our one piece of secret success. The one thing that's going to allow for you to have success and be all of the things that you want online. And it's going to be consistency. Okay. Now, before you run away and are like, okay, I got the answer, or like, yeah, that's lame, Des. Like, that's not, I promise. I promise, track with me through this. It is so easy to flash in the pan, to get distracted, to post things and all this kind of stuff. It is another thing to show up consistently for something and give it your time and dedication. I'm going to give you a real life example that might make a little bit more sense to you as a business owner. So I live in Michigan, and in the town next to me, we have a BNI group, a Business Networking International group. And it means that there's one person per industry that goes and represents what we do, and we pass leads back and forth to each other. In my group, it's really good. It's been around for like 20 years or something like that. And there's 45 of us that pass leads. We have these little like micro groups where like we can have like a power networking situation. But the success in that BNI group comes from showing up every single Wednesday at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yes, your girl gets this ready every Wednesday morning to show up and do business with people that I know, like, and trust. By being consistent, by showing up every week and being dedicated to that group, I have been able to build relationships. I'm able to get information and give information. I'm able to connect and grow and do so much more than I ever could have thought as a business owner. When we're talking about your social media, the way for you to do that successfully and have all of those literal exact same things is to show up consistently. So what does being consistent mean? I'm so glad you asked, okay? It means showing up on a regular basis based on your schedule and the desires of your audience and your algorithm. So the best way to get started with this is when you need a content plan. So we're gonna go grab my free content planning worksheet that I have for you down in the description below. Is gonna make this real easy for you so that you can easily just like plan out your ideas, dump them out, know what your goals are, how many posts you need to make, all of the things, okay? Consistency starts with the plan. Now, the second part to being consistent is that you need to have a realistic conversation with yourself and your calendar about like, what can I commit to in order to be consistent on the platform of my choice? I have a whole video that you can watch in the cards where I talk about like, how do you pick the right platform for you? But once you know what that platform is, it should be a place that like your audience is, where you like to create, that you understand, all of those things. You're gonna need to ask yourself like, how many times a week can I commit to showing up on a regular basis to give relatable, connecting, personalized information to my audience? So let's say for this example, we're going to use Instagram. And what is it that we decide we can do? Like, as a busy service provider who works in their business, I can't necessarily just do stuff all the time. And the idea of creating something every day like really stresses me out. So I'm gonna commit to 3 days a week. And so by knowing that I'm gonna go on Instagram 3 days a week, I need to know that I only need 12 posts, maybe 13, or an entire month. So again, back to our content planning worksheet, we now know, okay, I need 13 posts. I need to create them based on the goals I set from the content planning worksheet. There's other things that we consider when we're planning out what we want our content to look like holidays, time of year, relevancy, sales, all of that kind of stuff. But we have to be able to know that on those 3 days a week, we're going to show up creating content. Now, when we're creating that content, our third thing is we have to make sure that what we're posting is relevant to the platform, specifically around the media. Like, we're not posting links in our comments on Instagram. We're not posting links on Facebook and generating an image and having a whole talk. We are posting really thoughtful, intentional, multimedia driven content. We want to be considering things like images, carousels, real videos, but we want to make sure that we're creating that content that's going to allow for the algorithm of our platform of choice, in our case, our example, it's Instagram, to like maximize how it's going to work and how it's going to be effective. So what works now, as when I'm recording this on with Instagram, is going to be multimedia, reels, carousels, and images. As we continue to work through the steps of being consistent, like I said, we have our plan, we know where we're going to be posting and how many days we're going to do it, we know what our content plan is going to be. Now we need to work on our messaging, and we need to get really clear about like how we're going to show up, what we're going to say, and what value and information we are going to give. Now, the thing about consistency that everyone I think really struggles with is literally the act of being consistent. Doing something on a regular basis can be really difficult if like it's something that you're resistant to, or if you have those internal conversations with yourself like, oh, I could be doing something something else that's maybe a different income producing activity, or worse, I'm going to give that time to my clients. Remember, you are your most important customer. I understand that we need to make money, but that money can come and go. Customers can come and go, but you are always there and you need to keep working for yourself. So the best gift you can give to yourself is a dedicated time every single week. Maybe it's bi-monthly, where you are going to sit down and you are going to put together your content plan so that you can post content and create content effectively. And the thing is, it doesn't take a lot of time. You do not need to be spending 4 or 5 hours on 13 pieces of content. You can really bust these out really quickly. In fact, if you want, I have a video that you can watch right here, right now, where I'm going to share with you the easiest way to make a post in less than 5 minutes. So number 4 thing that we want to do to stay consistent is we want to have tools in place to allow us to show up when we can't necessarily show up. So this is going to be something like using a social media scheduling tool that allows for you to create all your content and publish it for you so you don't have to worry about it. You can use native tools like Meta has scheduling for Facebook and Instagram. You also could use a third-party tool like Adobe Express, which allows for you to schedule your content. I really like that tool because it's $10, and I also get all of the Adobe Express extras that are there as well. I can give you a link down below to check that out for free. Being consistent doesn't mean that you have to manually show up. It means that you have to have a plan in place to be consistent, and you can let the tools do their job to help you be successful.